In today's video, we discuss how Blade Nzimande's decision to participate in a government of national unity with the Democratic Alliance while publicly expressing disagreement highlights a potential contradiction in his actions, raising questions of political integrity and consistency.
Molini, and welcome to yet another episode of Conversations with Lankosi. Now, this is the news commentary section where we will be offering insightful commentary and exploring various perspectives on the stories that shape our world.
Let us set the stage by getting into this article. SA Communist Party chairperson Blade Nzimande, who's also a cabinet minister, has says he disagrees with the government of national unity led by the African National Congress and involving the Democratic Alliance. The SACP has repeatedly criticized the GNU, stating that the coalition fails to reflect the historical experiences of Black people. Despite disappointment over the GNU, Nzimande said that he won't resign from Cyril Ramaphosa's cabinet or as the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Nzimande was addressing the media at a press conference of SACP's 5th Special National Congress held at Boksburg, Gauteng. He emphasized that the DA is diametrically opposed to the values of both the SACP and the ANC. Nzimande acknowledged the ANC's poor performance during the May 29 general election, labeling it as a huge setback. It doesn't mean that we are blind to the fact that the ANC got 40% of the vote, or that we don't care, or that it doesn't mean anything. Of course it doesn't. It's a huge setback that the ANC got 40%, he said. He, however, stressed that the SACP needs to engage with the ANC in order to determine the best way to unite the alliance, which also includes the Congress of South African Trade Unions, known as COSATU, as to, under these conditions, what is the best thing and the best route to go forward in a manner that unites the alliance, Nzimande said. Despite the SACP having blasted the GNU, Nzimande reiterated his commitment to the cabinet position. So, me in the GNU, what do? I do the work that I have been given and I will do it to the best of my ability, he said. Nzimande said this is not the first time the SACP opposed the ANC government policies, citing the growth, employment and redistribution strategy known as GEAR back in 1996. He said they strongly opposed the adoption of GEAR, which described as a bad idea even today. There was no need to adopt a policy with austere measures despite the existence of social grants, Nzimande said. The GEAR policy focused on privatization and the removal of exchange controls. Now, guys, the link to this article will be in the description box below. Let us get into what we got from this article. Now, Blade Nzimande's recent declaration that, he disagrees with the notion of an ANC-led GNU, which involves the DA, yet he somehow remains committed to serving as a minister under such an arrangement, has sparked a heated debate among, political circles and the public at large. Is this stance truly hypocritical, or does it reveal a deeper strategy at play? There is also, a statement that was made by the SACP leader where he went on to say his problem with this GNU thing is also motivated by the fact that the SACP only has one ministerial position, unlike the DA, which gives off this idea that they're only complaining because there's this feeling of neglect or exclusion from also having a seat at the table. Now, back to Blade, there are those who support him and others who oppose. And, obviously we've begun to question his credibility as a leader. I mean, Nzimande's contradictory stance on the ANC-led GNU with the DA may indicate a lack of transparency on his part, where his political motives and allegiances are a concern. And the discrepancy between Nzimande's public stance and his decision to remain a minister under the GNU could be perceived as a form of political hypocrisy, eroding our trust in his leadership. When you participate in a coalition government that you disagree with, you're calling into question, like you're making us question your commitment, to your political principles and values. That's if you have. I mean, reminding us about certain disagreements that the SACP has had when it comes to the ANC policies does not justify or sugarcoat the fact that you're moving in a very hypocritical manner right now, Mr. Minister. And there's no tiptoeing around it. That marks the end of today's video. Is Nzimande's position a reflection of the intricate nature of politics where compromises often have to be made? Or does it suggest a deeper disconnect within our political landscape? I genuinely want to hear your thoughts on this, so please feel free to share them in the comments section. Your insights are important to me. Until next time, do not forget to question everything that is presented to you as facts, including what drives our leaders in today's society.
That marks the end of today's video. Thank you so much for lending your eyes and ears. I hope that you found today's video informative. Please do not forget to click on that subscription button or light the notification bell so that you do not miss out on any new uploads. Nkosini.